Yeah. Online people, can you able to see my screen, guys, and can you able to hear my voice? What happened? Online people, 73 people are there. Where you all guys are? Reply. Online people. Fine, then internally let me tell the management to track you. That who are the people who are not replying. Let me find out the names. Online people. And let me see in between. I will tell something. Wait. Fine, fine. The people who are sleeping in the online, please continue. I will find out your name. Don't worry. Chalo, let's guess. Are you ready? Concentrate here. Let's see, guys. So we had yesterday, we had completed with which annotation, guys? At the rate required. At the rate required annotation we had completed, and we had seen at the rate required directly it will work with the programming. If I will use this at the rate required annotation inside my class, it will work directly. Then which person needed in between to work? Bean post processor. So who is the bean post? What is the work of bean post processor? Bean post processor will check, right? Is the annotation available or not? If the annotation is available, right, it will check setter is available or not. Means setter injection is available or not. If the setter injection is not available, it will throw. Yesterday we had seen. Okay. Now lots of the people have the doubt like, sir, again and again I'm asking, what is difference between optional and mandatory? Right? Optional and mandatory. Tell me, what is difference between you? You can think about it. Tell me, what is the difference between optional and mandatory, guys? Tell me. Here, if I checking, we are generally we are telling everybody, please concentrate. Generally, we are telling here. Yeah, online people reply. Right? Generally, we are telling about setters are optional, right? And generally, we are telling about constructors are mandatory. It is mandatory. Sir, how? Directly somebody is asking. You can easily give one example here, and every time we are working with that example, but though the people are confused. Now suppose there is a class. Everybody please concentrate. There is a class. Inside this class, I'm writing here. Suppose I'm writing here. Concentrate everyone. Public int A. Right? And then I'm writing here, suppose on default constructor, let's write. Right? Deselect all. One default constructor is there. Right? Getter and setter is there. And suppose to string is there. Now, this is one class, right? where I can configure this class so that IOC container will check and create the object? Where I can configure this class so that IOC container will check and able to create the object? In application? Yeah. Everybody please concentrate here. Now I'm writing here application hyphen context dot XML. Right, finish. Great. Let's take the schema from the previous one. And let's use this schema only. It will be helpful. Control C. Right? And we are writing here Control V. Everybody concentrate here. Now I have to create here a class. So I'm writing here what guys? Bean ID equals to a, class equals to, right, com dot day 20 dot a class, right or not? Yeah. And then we are providing the properties. Name equals to, what is that name we had written guys? What's the name we had written? A. So let's go to the property A, and we are writing value as what guys? 100. Suppose like that. Okay. No, not double goods. Yeah, I had missed. Now think about it right now. We had written this. Then I am going to tell the IOC container that IOC container, please create the object of my class. Now IOC container is doing what? Everybody concentrate here. Now I'm writing here application context. Application context. Challe bhai. Right, application context. Context equals to, tell me guys, new class path application context. And then I'm giving the path name here. What's the path name here? Chalo bolo fast, jaldi. com slash day 20 slash application hyphen context dot XML. XML, right? Done. Online trouble ka aa gaya. Yeah. Right? Suppose here we had written. Now I'm asking the IOC container to give back the object. So I am telling IOC container, right? Give me the object. Give me the object of A dot class. And then we are printing here sys out of bean. Right? And then we are trying to run the program. So when we are trying to run the program, we can see we are getting the error. Why this is coming? Okay. Because of the older version, right? Okay. Let's change this to the already present thing like 6.2.18. Control C and Control V. Right, let's go here, update the Maven project. Kahan pe bhai? Six point 2.18. क्या हटा दिया मैंने? J यूनिट में कर रहा हूं मैं. क्यों आज मन नहीं है क्या मेरा? Chalo, thank you guys. Thank you for telling me this. Please concentrate here, right? Now let's update the project and force update and offline and okay. Fine. So, हुआ गया update? Yeah, update complete. Now let's see guys, and let's go for the main and let's run the program. Now you can see it goes to 100. Previously, whatever the red color message you are seeing, this is because of the older version, right? So you can improvise that. Okay, fine. Now let's see which injection we had used here. Now, if we see in the A class, right now, which in the application hyphen context.xml, we are using setter injection or not? Yes, we are using the setter injection. Now, suppose if I remove this setter injection, right? If I remove this setter injection, right, and inside this A class, if I write here sys out of A class object, now tell me right now this class object is created or not? This A class object is created or not? Are you sure? What the answer we are going to get? A class object created, and right now A equals to 0 because the value is not initialized yet. So can we say right now, without writing the tag also, if the setter is present inside my class, and without writing the setter injection also, it can able to create the object of my class or not? This is known as optional. Am I clear with everyone? Now, the same thing, if I do it with the help of constructor injection, which is source, right, generate, and we'll go for application context, and we'll try to run, right? Now you can see here, everyone, inside the A class, we had written which injection? Constructor injection, right? We are inside this place, we had written what? Anything we had written? Huh? No. Now suppose here, if I'm going to run, we'll get the object or not? Huh? We'll get the object or not? Then constructor is also mandatory. Array stupid. Right now you can see we have, obviously. Let's remove the default. This is the major drawback every people are facing. They cannot analyze it. By writing the default constructor and parameterized constructor also, they are thinking everything is fine. Now tell me, right now, how many constructor is there in my class? So the default constructor is available. So if the default constructor is not available, either not provided by the constructor as well, I mean to say compiler as well, right? Compiler as well. So when I'm going to run the program, you can see it is giving me exception. Means right now, if I have a constructor, parameterized constructor inside my class, then must and should we have to write here which injection? Constructor injection. So can we say constructor is mandatory? This is the meaning of optional and mandatory. I hope everybody is clear. Now, in the same program, let's continue. Now, if I write instead of this one, if I write constructor args, and if I'm going to provide here, what guys? Value equals to 100. If I'm going to write here, right, 100, and then I'm going to run my program, you can see right now, we are going to get the answer as 100. If we will not provide, we'll get exception. But what about setter? If we provide, we'll get 100. If we not provide, also we'll get the object. This is known as optional. So remember this word, today I'm going to use a lot on that. Okay, fine. So is there any issue with the constructor injection? Have you seen any issue we had seen? Huh? Cyclic? Everybody seen about the cyclic dependency yesterday? Okay, so it's better to use a little bit more comfortable with the setter only. But setter is optional, right? How to make it, what is that, mandatory? Exactly, required. Now everybody understand here. Concentrate. Great. Now suppose I'm writing here one class student, right? Student. Now I'm writing here the class known as course. Take yesterday example only, then you can relate. Every day new example will be not comfortable for your mindset. Now, right now the course have the particular thing. Suppose the course name is there. So let's write here private string course name. Right? Let's write Control Shift S and constructor without fields. Right? Okay, great. Control Shift F. Let's go here. Let's write Control Shift F getter and setter. And Control Shift S to string. Chalo, let's see guys. So this class is completed. Now, right now, student is a course or student has course. That's why in how many ways we can use the functionality of one class into another class? What are the two ways? So what is preferable? Exactly. So let's use here course and course. Let's create constructor using fields, default constructor. Let's use getter and setter. Concentrate guys, I'm building the background terms for you. Don't feel I'm doing time pass. Yeah, fine. Now these two classes are ready. We have a student class, we have a course class. Now how can I define the IOC container for this? I mean to say, how can I tell the IOC container to create the object of this class? फिर वही क्वेश्चन, how can I tell IOC container to create the object of this class? By writing the terms inside the configuration file ना? भाई answer दो. Every day is not a fresh day for you guys. Please give me the answers. Now see here. Now right now I'm writing here application hyphen application. Okay, we had already created it, right? Let's reuse it. So we have already created this one, remember? Okay, let's write here only. Online people, are you active, everyone? Fine. Let's see. Now, right now I'm writing here what? Bean. And then I'm creating one course class first of all. Okay, see. Now I'm creating a course class first of all. So I'm writing here ID equals to what? Course. Class equals to tell me. Com dot day 20 dot what is that? Course. Right? Now let's inject it properties. Name equals to what is that? Course name, I think. Course name. Value equals to Spring Framework. Spring Framework. Now one class is ready. Let's write the another class. Now I'm writing here bean. ID equals to student. Class equals to com dot day 20 dot student. Property क्या आ गया? Property equals to we have course. Value equals to value, right? Exactly. Reference equals to what we are writing? Course. Great, done. So we had written inside the configuration file. Now let's go here and let's tell IOC container that IOC container please give me the student object. Right? So I'm telling the IOC container here kahan gaya? Here that context IOC container give me the class here of which one? Student. And let's typecast this as what? Student dot class. Right? And then I'm trying to print sys out of bean2. been to. In the student class, have we added two students? Yeah. Now, when we are going to run the program, I know like everybody know about the execution flow. Can I hope that everybody is clear with the execution flow? Okay. I'm not going to explain again and again. If this also you don't know, then I cannot do anything. From past 20 days, we are doing the same. And if somebody don't have the idea about how this IOC container is creating, it is creating the object, injecting the properties. Tell me the life cycle methods. Tell me the flow of life cycle. IOC container is started or not? After that, object created. After that, init post construction, right? After that, all the dependency injection happen, and after that, post construction. I'm not getting that confidence yet. कैसे होगा भाई फिर? I'm not feeling confidence on you. Am I teaching everything wrong? Reply, at least reply this. Am I teaching everything wrong? Am I teaching everything very tough? Is it feeling easy for you? Then what's your responsibilities? Sit and watch the class only. देखो फिर क्लास देखो, अच्छी बात. चलो, let's see. Let's see, guys. So we had done with this one, and when we are going to run the program, right? We are going to see the execution flow. I mean to say the result here, Spring Framework. Now understand here. Now I don't want, everybody please concentrate. Now I don't want to inject this dependency. Is this a dependency? Is this a dependency? Student class is dependent on which class? Course class. So I have to inject the dependency of course class. So I am injecting with the help of which method? Setter or constructor? So I don't want this. Is there any way, another way, without writing the property tag, I can inject? What is that? So we are writing here what, guys? Auto wire. Now auto wire, this indicate what, guys? Mode. This mode indicate what? Can anybody can tell me? This mode indicate what? Basic English also mean. Mode indicate how to identify the dependency, and then how to inject the dependency. The mode indicate these two things, na? Forgot. The mode is of three type: by name, by type, by constructor. So if I will ask these two questions with the first mode, which is by name, right? If I ask this first two questions to by name is a mode or not? So mode indicate what? How to identify and how to inject. So if I ask the by name these two questions, the by name is giving me the answer. I will identify by the attribute name. I will identify by the attribute name, and I will inject through setter method. If I write here, guys, if I write here, if I write here by name, it will go and check right now. We have in which place we had written the by name. Student? Student or not? It will go for student class and matching with which name? Attribute name. Attribute name. What is the attribute name? Course. Now it will go and check, is there any bean present with the course? If it is present, it will inject through which method? Setter. If I write by name, you can see, run the program. Can you see here? If I change the name, then what's your answer? Error? Error? What is the answer? So by name right now, bhai, pad le bhai. By name indicate, okay, mode indicate how many things? 2 things. So by name will identify based on attribute name and inject through which method? Setter method. In the same manner, if I ask these 2 questions, online people, yeah. Now, if I ask these 2 questions again, let's see everyone. If I ask these 2 questions again, to whom? To by type. Now by type will tell me what? If I ask these 2 questions, how you will identify? By type is a mode, na? Okay, now I'm asking the question, how to identify the dependency? By attribute? Exactly. Class type, not by name. And inject through which? Setter. So both is injecting through setter only. Then what is the difference between by name and by type? By name, if the multiple bean you are writing, if the multiple bean, hey bhai, ठीक है, let's see. कोई बात. No, everybody see it. In by name, everyone, in the by name, if I am writing this 2 with different values, suppose I am writing it here Java. If I am writing it here Java, guys, right? Now in by name, is there any issue? By name will match with the name, na? So right now, if I am writing auto wire by name, now this time it will inject which property? Spring Framework or Java? Now when I am going to run this application, we are going to get the answer as what, guys? But the same thing if I do with by type. If I do with by type, then by type, then what will happen, guys? It will give me the exception. Why it will give me the exception? Because both bean is the type of course only. Arey yaar, auto wire by type will go in student class and it will check the type. Type is what? So right now in application hyphen context right now, how many course type is there? 2. Right or not? That's why it is giving me, it is going to give me the exception or not? Right? It is going to give me the exception. For resolving this exception, what we are doing? Auto wire candidate. So that's why we are writing one auto wire candidate, right, equals to what, guys? False. Then what will happen? The object will be created, but it will not participate in injection, right or not? Now when I'm going to run the program, you can see I'm going to get the answer as what, guys? Revision also I'm doing. Concept also I'm giving. वो कुछ मत करना भाई. better. Now, everybody concentrate here. We understood about these, how to injection and all those things. Now, everybody concentrate. Let me remove this and let me write inside the main. Am I clear with everybody? Am I clear with optional and mandatory? Am I clear with the mode? Mode will tell me what mode will tell me how to inject and how to identify. And how many modes are there? 3. And every mode will be asked with these 2 questions only, right? Fine. Let's see. Now I don't want, I mean to say, if I see this auto wire will do what, guys? Everyone see here. This auto wire will do what? This auto wire will tell that instead of, everybody, instead of we manually inject the dependency, right? Dependency inside the configuration file, inside the configuration file. Everybody see, configuration file, IOC container will manage this by identifying, right? By identifying and by injecting also. Means the injecting also. Means the mode is identifying and mode is injecting now. In the same manner, instead of we manually injecting the dependency inside the configuration file by writing setter or by writing constructor, right? IOC container will manage this by identifying and injecting. So this identifying and injecting represent what? Mode na? And the auto wire represent what? IOC container will do this? Yes. Am I right or not? Huh? Sir, the issue is right now, I'm manually writing inside the configuration file. If I don't write this, then the things will be considerable. Means I'm thinking that I will only provide the information for IOC container so that he can able to create the object. What happened? Are you fine? Let's see. Now, I had written any property injection, setter injection, constructor injection, anything here? Am I written? I had written anything? Anything I had written here, guys? Here. Anything? No. No means it will inject. Is it going to inject? No. We are going to get what? For writing it, what we have to configure? Again, we have to configure auto wire mode, all those things now. Manually, we are configuring it or not? That's why without XML file, if you want all these things, without XML file, if you want all these things, that's why the annotation came as auto wire. Auto wire do the same thing which auto wire equals to by mode, by type, by name will do. Now you no need of understanding about add the auto wire explicitly, because we seen the work of auto wire here. Have we seen the work of auto wire here? What auto wire is doing? Injecting without, if I don't want to write property values, it auto wire inject it by itself or not? Right? So in the same manner, right now I don't want to write inside the XML file also anything. Means dependency injection. Sir, anything means this is right now reference variable. Suppose primitive type. That's why we have to provide. I'm talking about reference variable. I don't want to write the reference variable here. Again, I'm telling you, property name equals to, don't feel irritated right now. because the things are very complicated and crucial. Whatever you are thinking, the things are very easy. And notation is the most dangerous thing you had faced in your life. It's not going to feel you that I'm tough, but it's actually tough because you will forget it up to evening. This is silent killer. That's why I'm repeating that many times to injecting to you. Don't feel irritated. I'm writing course and I'm writing reference equals to course or not. Okay, now the injection we had done manually or not? Yes. Now instead of writing this thing, I don't want to write this thing. Then I have to write here what, guys? Auto wire by mode, by name, by type, all those things. I don't want to write this also. Then there is no configuration present in the XML. We will write and we will take the help of what, guys? At the rate auto wire. So at the rate auto wire will do what? Instead of we manually inject the dependency, right? IOC container will manage it by identifying and by injecting manually. Now, this auto wire don't have any type, any mode. It don't have any mode, guys. Okay, what are the mode? By name, by type, constructor. This auto wire will work with only one thing, which is known as by type. This I'm writing here. Auto wire will work with by type. Only by type. Everybody please concentrate. Only by type. Okay. So sir, where we can write? The question is coming. Where we can write the at the rate auto wire? Auto wire, where we can write? So we can write the auto wire in 4 places, which is known as fields, setter method, constructor, and then arbitrary method. What do you mean by arbitrary method? What do you mean by arbitrary method? A method which performs a set of logic. That is known as arbitrary method. So tell me, guys, what is auto wire? What is the work of auto wire? Instead of we, everyone please speak out. Instead of we manually inject the dependency, I need IOC container will inject it. IOC container only identify. IOC container only inject. That is auto wire or not? Now, at the rate auto wire, in how many places we can write inside the class? 4 places. Tell me the name. Fields, setter method, constructor, and arbitrary method. Is this at the rate auto wire work with any mode? No. Only it will work with by type. Everybody is clear up to that? Let's work it, guys, everybody. Then, right now your question will be there in your mind. Then, sir, if the mode is not there, then how it will identify? How it will identify? Right? How it will identify? And how it will inject? How it will inject? Very important terms, guys. Understand. Again, I am asking you. If I ask this 2 questions to by name, what it will going to give me the answer? If I ask this 2 questions to by name, what it will give me the answer? I will identify by attribute and inject through. If I same thing going to ask with by type, identify with the and inject through. In the same manner, right now, you are thinking if the auto wire will work with by type only, means it will work with setter? No. That's why I'm telling you this by type will work what? Identify based on where you had written. Means the dependency will inject based on where you had written. Okay, tell me how many places we can write it, guys? So if you had written in the fields, it will inject based on some different manner. If we write inside the I mean to say at the setter, it will work with different manner. If you write inside constructor, it will work with different manner. Means it will identify based on where you had written. And how to inject the same. The place where you had applied the @auto wire. Auto wire. Means how it will inject. Suppose I had written inside the setter. I mean to say at the setter. Which one? @auto wire. Then it will inject through which method? Setter. If we write at the constructor, it will inject through. Remember this one. Everybody is clear? Now tell me, what is auto wire? Instead of we manually inject, I am telling IOC container to inject my dependency by identifying and by injecting it through your own. Right or not? Okay, tell me. In how many way @auto wire can be written inside the class? In how many place? Can you tell me the name? Fields, setter, constructor, arbitrary method. So this @auto wire work with any mode? It will work with only one type. What is? By type. So how it will inject, how it will identify? The place where we will write. And how it will inject? The place where we will apply it. Both having the same answer now? Let's do practical of it, guys. Everyone. Now, I had not written anything inside my class. As a result, there is no dependency injection and we are getting the null. Now what I will do? I will work with auto wire. That's why I'm going to write the auto wire in the setter. Everybody concentrate. @auto wire. @auto wire. Manually, whatever the things we are doing there in XML, no need of writing. We are going to write what, guys? @auto wire. In which place? Now tell me. This @auto wire will work with what, guys? Type na? Okay. Now how it will identify? It will identify where you had written. And how it will inject? How it will inject? Tell me. Exactly. Right now, tell me. Auto wire will work with by type or not? By type will indicate name or type. So where you had written auto wire inside at the setter na? It will go to the setter and check the type. What is the type? Course. That is the meaning of by type. Auto wire is checking the type. So it will identify. Okay, where we had written setter. Okay, let me check the type. Type is what, guys? Course. Now it will check. Is there any bean dependency present the name as course? It will go. Is there any dependency present as course? Yes. Yes or no? Yes. Now, when we are writing it, guys, everyone concentrate. When we are writing it, now this injection will be dependent. This particular bean will be injected via setter method because we had written inside which method, guys? Setter. Again, I am telling you the execution flow. Again, remember, auto wire. We had written where? Inside the setter na? Okay, how it will identify where we had written? Right? Where we had written? Where we had written? Setter. Now, auto wire @auto wire will work with by type na? By type will check the name or type. So we had written at the setter level. So auto wire will check what is the type? Course. Now it will search. Is there any bean dependency of the type course? Yes, it is present. It is present means this will be injected through which method, guys? Setter method. Am I clear? Okay, hold on. Now let's write here sys out. Let's write here sys out through setter. Through setter of student. So that I can show you. Now let's run the program and tell me what's the answer we are going to get, guys? See this and tell me what's the answer we are going to get. Again, ask the question by yourself. Auto wire. Which place? Setter. Okay. AutoWire will work with type. Type is what? Course. Now course is available. Now it will check any bin dependency with the course is available or not. Yes, a bin dependency course will available. Inject this via which method? Setter method. And as a result, the course will be injected. What the answer we are going to get? Huh? What the answer? Tell me first. Online people, tell me the answers, guys. Spring framework? No? Null? Huh? Spring framework or null? Spring framework or null? Still you had not understood, that's why. Chalo. No, last. Pillar, you only. खड़े हो जाओ. Now tell me the execution flow. First of all, I had written AutoWire. Whatever I am asking, tell me the answer. AutoWire will right now work with any mode? Any mode it will work? No. So by type, great. By type. Now tell me how to identify. In the place where we had written, which place we had written? Setter. Then it will check the type na. What is the type? The next process is what? It will check any course bean dependency is available or not. I mean to say course is available or not. Is it available? If it is available right now, what will happen? It will inject this dependency inside the course through which method? Which method? Setter or not? As a result, what the answer you are going to get? Huh? We are going to get null or not? Why, sir? Wow, AutoWire candidate false. Stupid. Stupids. The stupids of this era. This is what, guys? Directly annotation will work with my class. Directly annotation will work with my class. Then which person I need? I need a bean post processor or not? Then I have to configure the bean post processor inside this configuration file or not? Again, we have to write that much of big name or not? Instead of that, let's write here context colon annotation config. It will take care of all the bean post. Are you understanding? Arey yaar bhai, you understood up to required only. That the bean post processor only work with required. What I told you, if any annotation you are writing inside the class, it need a mediator. Who's that mediator? Bean post processor. We had not written the bean post processor. As a result, can we apply this setter? No. Now let's see everyone. When I'm writing it here, I'm running the program, you can see it is कहाँ गया? क्या? Oh, wait. Now let's see, guys, everyone. Now when I'm writing it, okay, hold on. You are thinking because of this, right? You are thinking because of this now AutoWire candidate false. Whatever the answer, I understood why you had given me the answer. Now, have we written, everyone, online also, have we written any bean post processor right now? No. AutoWire will work with by type. We had written inside at the setter level. It will work with the setter injection. Okay, let's run the program. And without the bean post processor, see, I had not written any bean post processor things in here, right? And then try. You are thinking because of the AutoWire candidate it is giving you, right? Run the program. It is not because the AutoWire candidate false. It's because the bean post processor. Am I clear right now? Now, that's why I thought like why you were telling AutoWire false, candidate false. right? Now, after that, what will happen, guys? Here we'll go, and for enabling it, we are going to write here context. What is this context annotation config? It will apply for all the bean post processor, na? If I will not write this, what we have to do? We have to explicitly write all the bean post processor, right? Remember yesterday class? Yeah, exactly. Online people? Yeah. Apply for all the bin. Yeah, exactly. Now everybody see here. Now when I'm going to run this program, everyone see here. When I'm going to run this program, now auto wire is right now whatever we are seeing injected. Through which, guys? Through? Great. Okay, hold on. Now we understood about what is auto wire. Automatically it is doing something. I don't need to write anything. It will work with by type. We can write at the 4 place. Just we had seen only one place right now. Okay, hold on. Now let's see. Now the question is, I'm asking you the question now. Now the question is, if I remove the course bin from, if I remove the course bin, everybody see, course bin from the configuration file, do I get the object of student class? Means sys out student object, right? Everybody concentrate. Student object. Now what I'm trying to tell you, everybody please reply. Auto wire we had written at which level? Setter. Auto wire will work with by type. By type. Now what is the type? Course. Now it is searching the course is available or not? Yes. Now suppose I remove this course bean definition from the configuration file. Now is the course available? Is the course available now? So tell me, definitely it will not inject, right? Definitely it will not inject. But right now tell me, can I get the object of student? Means student class object is created or not created? Understand? Again I'm asking, lots of the people, 20% people had given the answer here. Student is there, right? Student is there. Don't feel bored. Again, I'm telling you today, don't feel bored. Repeated thing I'm explaining 100 times back to back for injecting inside your mind. I'm not mad today. Don't worry. This is that complicated concept that each and every point I have to tell 100 times, then you can remember. I bet you that if I will not explain half an hour, you will forget the work, exact work. So trust my process, guys. Now, student is there. IOC container will go, first of all, IOC container will go for the configuration file and inside it will search the object. How many objects are there? One. One objects are there? Done. How many objects created? One. Student. Now, right now what will happen, guys? Now, it will go here. Object is created. Object is created. And it will go to the student class, and right now at the rate auto wire is written or not? Yes. This is one type of dependencies is or not, guys? Yes. After object creation, dependency injection happen na? So student class object is created. Student class object is created, and right now auto wire, right now the course is there. Because auto wire will work with by name or by type? By type. Now it will check course, yes, available. Now is there any course been written in the configuration file? No. So tell me, it will create the object, it will print student object, or it will not, it will print student object or not? At least just tell. Don't tell setter will happen or not. Just tell me, this object is created. When IC container had created the object, this line will be printed or not? Just tell me. This line will be printed or not? Tell me, online people. It will be printed. Tell me, reply. Printed or not? Again, online people, tell me. It will print, it will print, it will print, it will print. What about offline people? It will print it or not, guys? Huh? Run the program and check. Right now, you are going to get the answer as But sir, if I don't write setter, it is optional, na? Again. If I don't write setter, object is created and we are getting the answer as null. In this place, optional and mandatory, that's why I explained in the morning. Right now it's become afternoon. This optional and mandatory, what I told, if we don't provide, if our class have the setter, and if we don't provide any setter injection, it will become what, guys? Optional. I mean to say, it is going to print the object of my class. Is it going to give me any exception? But sir, in my student class, in my student class, the setter is there. Great. I had not provided any setter injection. Do I provided any setter injection? No. No, sir. I had not provided any setter injection. So the responsibility is to create the object of this student and give me the null, as it is giving previously. But right now I am seeing it is giving me what, guys? Exception. Something change happen or not? This is because guys, by default, the auto wire right now, everybody understand, by default, the auto wire have one attribute known as a required, which is true or false type. And by default, this required is what, guys? True. What do you mean by required? It will become mandatory or not? We had seen setter injection is optional. We are not getting any exception. But when I had written auto wire, by default require will become what, guys? True. That means this setter will become mandatory, na? And mandatory thing, if you don't initialize, it will give you exception or not? That's why you are getting the exception. I hope am I clear that? Now, sir, then the question arises in my mind. At the rate required also, right? At the rate required also, na? Then if at the rate required will do what? It will make setter mandatory. Yesterday we had seen. Constructor have the issue, cyclic dependency. That's why we are going with setter. But setter is optional. That's why for making the setter as mandatory, we are using what? Required. Sir, then right now auto wire is also doing the same, required is also doing the same. What is the difference? The difference is auto wire right now will written in how many place? 4 place. In which place it will go? In which place it will go? That place will become mandatory or optional. But required we are writing only at which place? Setter. So the required make the setter as mandatory. Are you understanding? Required make the setter as mandatory, but auto wire make the place as mandatory. Which place we had written? Setter. Now setter will become mandatory. Which place we can write? Method. Method will become mandatory. Which place we will write? Constructor. Constructor will become mandatory. But required we had written in which place only? Setter. I hope this is clear. Now, right now, then sir, I want to make it optional. Then make it as what, guys? False. If you write the required as false, run the application, though you don't have the course, right? And when we are going to run this application, guys, everybody see, we are not going to get any type of exception. Now it will become optional or not? So by default, the auto wire is true or false? By default, the auto wire required is true or false? What do you mean by true? It is mandatory. It should happen. Suppose right now you can see. That's why I told you. Yesterday I told you, na, please open your mind. It's confusing. It's there. But don't worry. I'm trying my level best. Now I'm writing here true. Everybody understand here. True. And and I'm making this available. Now tell me what will happen. First of all, see the execution flow. First of all, auto wire. Okay. How to identify where it is written? Where it is written? Setter. It will work with by type. It will check type. Type is what? Course. Now it will check, is any course being is available? Yes, available. It will inject this dependency if it is available. See, it's available. It will inject this dependency via which method, guys? Setter method. Because we had written inside the setter method. As a result, we are going to get the answer as right now. Is it right or not? Now, if the same thing, if I make this disable, now again it is going. Now it is checking auto wire. How to identify? We had written inside the setter. Okay, fine. It will work based on by type. Now it will check, is there any course bean definition available? No. No means can it able to inject? No. As a result, right now, as a result, this auto wire is by default is true or false? True. So as a result, it will become mandatory or not? Yes. And we had provided any particular course bean? No. As a result, you can see we are going to get the exception or not? Now, for making it optional, guys, what we have to do? We have to make required as false. Right? Required as what, guys? False. Everybody is clear? Now, if I make this required as false, what will happen? It will become optional. Again, it will give you what? Null. Okay, whatever I speak or I had told, analyze it by your own. For 1 minute, online people and offline people, for 1 minute, just analyze it by your own. See this program and analyze it by your own. See this program, not your mobile. See this program. Speak out like this at the red auto wire. Okay. How to identify the place where we had written? Which place? Setter. Fine. Okay. Now it will check work with by type. By type will check course. Okay. Course. Now in the application, is course is available? Yes, available. If it is available, it will inject. Again, auto wire. How to identify the place where we had written? It will work with type. Okay, what is the type? Course. And suppose if the course is not available in application-context, then it will give me null or exception. Exception. Why? Because by default, auto wire required is true. Required true means it will become mandatory. So how to make it optional? Understood? Understood the flow? This is the technique I am applying with you. For repeated time, so that it will inject. वो बोलेंगे. That's why stick in present. वो आ रहा है. Good question, but current topic, bro. Everything I will explain. 2 course, 5 course, 10 course. Then what happened? I will tell you. Don't worry about it. Everything have the. Don't worry. I'm not skipping any concept. Just understand what we are talking about today at the rate auto wire work. Right? I hope everybody is clear now. Okay, so we had written the auto wire in which level? Setter. Let's write it in the constructor level now. Let's remove it here. Online people, everybody is clear up to that, guys? I hope. Everyone, please speak out. Interview, ask internal working of auto wire. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm speaking about. Fine, let's see. Obviously, I can tell auto wire automatically inject. That's it. लिखते जाओ, inject करते जाओ, कहीं काम नहीं आएगा. But how to work? Right? Let's see, guys, everyone. Now I'm writing inside the constructor field. Now let's go here. Control Shift S and let's write constructor using field. Everybody concentrate here. Right? And I'm writing here. At the rate auto wire. Now you tell me how it will work. Now I will not tell, and everything is there. There is nothing new. How it will work? Tell me fast. Let me remove this. Okay. Let me remove this. Now you will tell me, right? I will not. Okay, let me remove this. Now tell me. First, guys, let's go for the student. And now tell me. First of all, see the execution flow here. First of all, what will happen? IOC container will go. IOC container will go to the place now. Information place, configuration file. Okay. How many classes are there? 2 classes. Object is created of one by one. Yes. So it will go for which class first of all? Course class. In the course class, object is created for the course class. Yes. Says out course class. Course object. Course object. Suppose course object is created or not? Yes. Object is created, and after that, what will happen? It will go, and next one is dependency injection. Dependency injection happen? Yes. Which injection, guys? Setter. So it will go and check the name, course name. It will go for the course name, course class, course name, and it is checking. Is the course name is available? Yes. It will inject the things. Done. Keep the value with it. IC container keep these things with him or not? Yes. Now, after that, what will happen? If any post-construction, pre-destruction logic, all things will be happen. Don't forget the life cycles methods. If I am not writing it, you have to consider it. And now, what will happen? After that, it will go to which place, guys? Second, student. Now, it will go for which class, guys? Student class. Now, in the student class, it will create the object of student. It will create the object of student. Hold on. Right now, this auto wire we had written. Which place? Great. Constructor. Student क्या था भाई? Student ही था ना? Student constructor. हाँ. Everybody see. Right now. Auto wire written in which place? Constructor. Okay, great. How to identify where it is written? Right or not? Okay. How to check? What is the type? Now it will go for which place? Right? It will check, is there any course available? Now it will inject this dependency. It will inject this dependency through setter or through constructor. Huh? As a result, when I'm going to run this program, right? Check here. Is the proof that where we will write, it will inject from that place only? Am I clear? Now see the answer you had given me, I'm not. Continuously half an hour just I spoke out, everything is there in your head. Now whenever you will see auto wire, you will ask yourself, kahan likha hua hai, where it is written? Setter, constructor. Now the second question you will ask to yourself, type. What is the type? Type is there. Is the type available or not? Yes. If the type is not available, required is true or not? If the required is true and type is not available, we'll get null or exception. Very good. Perfect, guys. Perfect. Feeling confident a little bit? Starting of the class feeling very underconfident by seeing your faces. Kya chal raha hai aaj? It's a technique. Whenever something serious is going to be happen, I will not do any type of joke. Just remember my pattern. When there is the things complicated and you will see me serious from the starting only, just understand kuch to hai bahut complicated. So that I'm building the mindset for you. क्योंकि अगर मजाक करने लग जाऊं, then you will not going to concentrate. ही हा बस करोगे, right? Now see, after these complicated things are inserted in your mind, now again I had started. Chalo, let's see. Now the next question is, everyone please concentrate. Now my next question is, constructor, everybody's here. Constructor is optional or mandatory? Constructor injection is optional or mandatory? Mandatory. What do you mean by mandatory? If you had provided the constructor, parameterized constructor inside your class, In the bean definition, must and should you have to write with constructor args. If you are not writing constructor args, you have to write auto wire. Right or not? Arey Baba, see, if I remove this auto wire right now and I'm going to run this application, what we are going to get? Setter. Wow. Sir, framework. Tell me, what will happen if I'm writing it here? Okay, auto wire, sir, I remove auto wire. What we had available, what we had given, setter or not? Okay, hold on. Now I'm writing it here. Application hyphen context. Now I'm writing course. Now I'm writing this one. Anything we had added? No. Anything we had added? No. Then how dependency happened? See the execution flow? Let's go for the main. IC container is going here. Creating the object of 2%. Adding the, creating the object, adding the dependency. And then again it is coming to this place. Right or not? Again it is coming to this place. Now in the student class, it is creating the object. And while creating the object right now, it is checking. Anywhere auto wire we had written? Huh? Anywhere auto wire we had written? Yes or no? Though we are getting this. Find out the mistake. Sir, कैसे? चलो इसको भी मैं कमेंट कर देता हूँ. I will comment this one also. Right, you are thinking maybe the possibility you think that this will work based on this one. Working or not? Is a proof that bean post processor is working internally? Huh? Is the proof that bean post processor is working internally? This is the proof. I had not written any auto wire, I had not written any setter injection by property or constructor. I had written only the context. As a result, bean post processor is working either though you had written annotation or not. कहाँ आइडेंटिफाई किया? वो तो आइडेंटिफाई एक सेटर से कर दिया. You can see if I am writing it here. You can see if I am writing it here. Have we written anywhere annotation inside the class? See, we had commented the auto wire in the constructor. We had commented the auto wire in the setter. Anywhere it is written? No. Let's run the program and check via which it is injecting. Because we had written if it will inject, there is only two way. If it will inject, there is only two way. Which is the way? Either constructor, wake up, either constructor or either setter. So let's see that from which way it is injecting. Right? You're not understanding. Bean post processor, that's what I intentionally do to tell you the bean post processor work. Here, everybody understand how it is injecting? Okay, sir, now remove the constructor. Everybody see here. Everyone see here. Now I'm removing the constructor. Suppose I remove the constructor. Now definitely the object will be created because default constructor will be provided, right or not? Okay, now check it is injecting or not. Right? Let's check injecting or not. Is it proof that when the object is created for a class, the bean post processor is automatically working from that time only? Is a proof? Is a proof or not? Now when you are writing, everybody concentrate. We had removed the constructor at that time. Kahan gaya online people? Online people, are you clear guys? Are you seeing the works? Here, see. Kahan gaya? ये एवेंजर का लगाया कौन है? मैं नहीं लगाया. हटाता हूँ मैं, रुको, रहने दो या हटा दो. Should I keep it or should I remove this? Should I keep this or should I remove this? Keep it. Which one you like? This one? This one? This one? Huh? बढ़िया. I like this one. क्योंकि इंसान ही इशू कर रहे, right? I like Thanos, right? Everybody see here. Now see, by default I meant to say intentionally I had diverted your mind. Now let me check. Right now. Now application context is there. Now tell me how it is working right now. We can see our student class have any parameterized constructor? No. We have only the setter. Have we written any annotation? No. Have we written any annotation? No. Though when we are writing it here, guys, everybody see, when we are going it here and when we are writing it, right, it is giving me right now null. Right? Null. Why? Because first of all, when the object is created, right, bean post processor is there. Because we had applied the bean post processor here. If we don't apply, it will not come. I told him to come and stay with me. That's why right now, when the object is created, from that time only he is there. Now, right now, object creation means constructor will execute or not? So it will execute through constructor. Then sir, how it is working with annotation? If we had not written any annotation, sir, if you write any annotation, bean post processor is checking. Is the annotation is present? Yes. What is the work of annotation? @AutoWire. @AutoWire will work what? The place where we had written na? It is checking the place. In which place we had written? Constructor. Now it will check the type. Type is what? Course. Now it will check. Is the course is available? Yes. Is the course is available? Yes. It will going to inject through which one? Constructor or setter? Constructor or setter, guys? That's why you are going to get the answer as constructor executed. I hope everybody is clear. Huh? Okay. Now let's see. Suppose right now I had removed this one. Everybody concentrate. I'm telling you, I will give you the notes of this one. Immediately practice it. Immediately. Each and every point. Otherwise, no guarantee. Tomorrow again the fresh. Right? Now let's see. Tell me now. Exception or any issue? Concentrate. Tell me. The object is created of the student. Right? AutoWire we had written. In which place we had written? Which place? Now, it will check the type. Type is what? Course we had enabled or disabled? Course we had enabled right now or disabled there? Disabled. So as a result, tell me guys, right now if the course is not there, it will give me exception or not? If I do the same thing in the setter, it will give exception or not? Yes or not? Why? By default, the required is what, guys? The required is true. Required true means this particular place injection will become mandatory. Right or not? Now when we are going to run this program, everybody see, we are going to get the answer as what? Exception or not? Now how to make optional? Again I am asking you. Setter we can make mandatory. Setter by default is mandatory or optional? Can I make it mandatory? How? By AutoWire or by required? So what is the difference between AutoWire and required? Required will only work to make the setter as mandatory, but AutoWire will work with all the other place. And where it will go, it will make that thing as mandatory. Right or not? So right now with the AutoWire, setter is become mandatory or not? The same thing I am going to do with the constructor. Constructor by default is what? Mandatory or not? Can I make the constructor optional? The same thing I am doing setter as optional and mandatory. Can I make the constructor as optional or mandatory? Huh? Can I make the constructor as optional or mandatory? False. False. Everybody see here. False. Right? we don't have the course. So constructor is by default mandatory na? By default mandatory or not? I'm trying to run this program and see I had written the required false as wait. Now I'm going to this place where it is main. And application context, we had written this one. Yeah, exactly. Now tell me right now, run this program. What the exception we are getting? See here. What is that? No default constructor. Is it? Arey bhai, our class have how many constructor? Default constructor is available. If the default constructor is not available, can IOC container can able to create the object? Because we had done this required as what, guys? Or true anything. This is mandatory. This is mandatory. How you can make constructor anything? So we can write the auto wire in the constructor. It will work with constructor injection. We write the auto wire in setter. It will work with setter injection. We can make the auto wire true or false in setter. We can make the auto wire true and false in constructor. Okay, hold on. Student I am writing. Now tell me, required right now I had written required true. Means this setter will become mandatory or not? Setter is mandatory or not? Yes. Right, run the program. It will give me the exception or not? Yes, because we had disabled. We had disabled the course. If we enable this course, if we enable this course, guys, everybody see, and I'm trying to run this program. If I'm trying to run this program, we will get the injection or not? Via setter or via constructor? Because auto wire written at the constructor only. In the same manner, if I will write here, everyone see here. If I write here false, right? If I write here false, and I will disable this, right? Tell me, it will become optional or it will become mandatory? It will become optional or it will become mandatory? Huh? Are you sure? Run the program. Sir, constructor is mandatory, sir. Constructor is mandatory. Right now, if you don't write here any object, how many constructors are there in your class? Default constructor will be available. IOC container can create the object of your class. Then only this constructor will become mandatory. Because for object creation, it need to pass. But if we write here default constructor, now tell me right now, object is created or not? Yes. And then, as you had written false, this constructor injection will become mandatory or optional? Optional. So can you see with this auto wire, where we can write there, it will start working from that place? I hope everybody is clear. Now, final question. I hope everybody understand about optional and mandatory. Who is optional? Setter. Who is mandatory? Constructor. But I can make this optional and mandatory also, na? Can I make setter as mandatory? With the help of which annotation? Required. Right? Okay, now I'm asking the question. I don't want to inject the dependency by my own. I want IOC container will inject that dependency, identify the things, inject it by its own. What we are going to use? Auto wire. Okay. So auto wire we can write inside the class in how many place? Which place? Constructor method. So how it is working? If I write in setter, first of all, what it will do? It will identify where it is written. Where it is written? Where it is written, guys? Setter. Inside the setter it is written? Yes. Now it will check. Now, auto wire have any mode? It will work with only one mode. That is by type will work with name or type. So after identifying where it is written, it will search the type. Now it will search, is the pin definition available? Yes. If available, it will inject through the place where you had written. Which is the place? Setter. So which injection will happen? Setter injection. If the course is not available, it will give me the exception or not? Why? Because by default the auto wire required is true. How to make optional? Huh? What is that? False. Can I write set auto wire at the constructor level? Again, how it will work? It will identify where it is written. Constructor. Where it is written? And then it will check that. Then it will check the type. Type is what? Course. Now it will check the type. Type is what? Course. Now course is available, then it will inject. If the course is not available, it will inject. By default, why? By default, it is true. That's why it is become mandatory or not. Can I make it optional? How to write it? I hope everybody understood about the auto wire work. Am I clear? Online people, offline people, everybody. Okay, raise your hand. How many feeling confident up to now? Ah, fine. झूठ झूठ का 2-3 उठा दिए हाथ. I know, but वो देख देख के मेरा friend हाँ मैं भी. I can understand, but this can be only possible when I am going to upload the notes here and you are going to practice it. So immediately guys, immediately कहाँ गया? Everyone, immediately practice that notes. So let's go for this place. At once I am giving it to you. Material, spring. What is that? Day 3. Sorry. Day क्या है भाई? Day 20. Spring core. Oh, sorry. Spring only. Let it be. Spring day 20. Notes. Annotation. Day 03. Day 03. About at the rate auto wire. Let's upload it, guys. Everybody please concentrate here. Let's upload it. Everybody check you got the notes or not. One minute. Let me go to the download. Okay. Hey yoga, I think. Yeah. Post. Check out, guys. You got the notes or not? Let me go for the next classroom. Fine then. Everybody is clear with it? I will share it here also. We'll meet tomorrow by explaining more in depth about auto wire. Please practice this thing and then come. Otherwise, tomorrow you will not understand anything. Thank you, guys. You can leave. Online people, I will upload the notes. You can leave, guys. Multiple constructor, I will tell you. Sabir, I will tell you everything about it. Internal, that's what I'm speaking about. I will tell what happened multiple if there, what happened 2 is there, what happened 3 is there, everything will see. Right? Don't worry. Fine, online people, you can leave. I will upload the task.